we're back. Alright. Welcome back. We are back again with some more Pokemon Run&Bun. We are picking up from our last stream where we took down the Lily Cove rival fight, which is a huge milestone. And yeah, this run is looking really good so far. And today I'm really excited because finally, after a long time, I get the chance to beat my PB and get a new Furthest attempt, because my last Furthest attempt, as shown in the stats below, my last attempt died in Mount Pyre just a few fights in due to a misplan and very, very, very bad luck. I have a clip of what happened. I'm gonna upload it, but basically, like, I got like a 1 in over 1,000 chance something happening, all because I equipped the wrong item on one of my Pokemon. So today we're gonna get revenge and get a new Furthest attempt. Hopefully, if I do everything correctly. But yeah, we do have access to Mount Pyre now. So I have my first fight planned here. Everything should be good for it. They do start you off with a pretty tricky double battle to start with, which is, you know, always fun. They never give you a break. But I think we have a pretty much riskless line. So why don't we go head over to Mount Pyre and do the first fight here. So we got our Route 122 encounter for a chance at a Dreepy. Ended up getting a Crobat instead, which is to be expected. But we do have one more chance at the top of Mount Pyre. So yeah, Mount Pyre. We're gonna go through here. Each floor has different encounter tables. We want to wait till we get to the summit, basically. So we're not gonna take our encounter yet for not a little while. Oh yeah, Big Tears tutor here. That's good to know. Alright, so basically what we're gonna do is work our way up through Mount Pyre to eventually sneak behind these two Aqua Grunts to get to the summit. So let's head up to the first floor. First fight will be up here. So let me just triple check I have all the right items here. Right moves. Let's see, 139. Alright, good. Alright, so let's save. And then let me check the calcs just one last time before we start. Just make sure I didn't miss anything. Let's see. Turn 1. Yeah, we should be good. Let's go ahead and do this here. And make sure right slot's right, yeah. Iron Ball? Good. Alright, let's go ahead and do this here. Alright, so young couple, Dez and Luke would like to battle. Alright, so... let's see, what's up in the chat? Yeah, we're playing some Pokemon here. It's a custom-made version of the game, though. Alright, so this is a true double battle. Which means that both trainers share the same team, so you can't just focus down one side and then focus down the other. They'll keep switching in Mons until there's only one left, so it'll be double the whole time. Right now, the Meowstic wants to set up light screens and reflect with a light clay, and has Prankster, which gives it priority. And the Berserker basically just does a lot of damage and has Fake Out. So what we have set up here, my Sneasler can outspeed and one-shot the Meowstic with a Life Orb boosted knockoff. And it won't go for screens because Meowstic sees a KO with Psychic. So the AI will rather go for a KO over setting up screens. So it won't use it. And then I'm holding an Iron Ball on my Togedemaru to make it slower than the Berserker. Which means the Berserker is going to want to use Close Combat on my Togedemaru rather than go for Fake Out. So because it's going to do that, I can use Fake Out to prevent Berserker from attacking this turn. So Fake Out and knock off KO. Oh, critical hit even. Who is my best character? My best one is definitely the Sneasler I have right here. It's my best Pokemon in my box right now. Super fast, super... has huge attack, which I'm showing off here. It's basically going to sweep most of the team. Alright, so Arcanine comes in. It has Intimidate, but Sneasler has Inner Focus, so it prevents it from getting its attack dropped. And both Arcanine and Berserker both see a fast KO into my Togedemaru. So they're only going to attack that side. While they do that, I'm going to use Knockoff on Arcanine because I want to KO it in 2 moves, not 1. So I'm going to use Knockoff to do half damage. And then I'm going to use Spiky Shield to protect myself from both incoming attacks. So Knockoff. Here's a Third Blitz. Perfectly fine. And there's a Close Combat. Alright, so now, so again, both of them are going to attack only Togedemaru. So I can use Poison Jab now to take out Arcanine. And then Berserker is still going to go for Close Combat. So I'm going to swap to my Omastar, who's pre-damaged to always live even at 1 HP at a max roll hit. And it has Shell Armor, so it can't get crit. So we're going to do that here now. So Poison Jab takes out Arcanine. Take some more Life Orb damage. We level up on Togedemaru perfectly fine. And then here's a Close Combat. Omastar will just barely survive, which is the goal here. And then this should be Smeargle, yeah. So this Smeargle can be pretty dangerous because it has the ability Moody. And it's got moves like Dark Void, Protect, very crazy, very scary moveset. But because my Omastar is such low HP, Smeargle does see a KO with Psywave, meaning that it will never use Protect on the first turn. So because of that, and Berserker is still going to see a KO into only the Omastar's died. So as they both attack, I can close combat kill the Smeargle as I use Protect on my Omastar. Alright, so now... Okay, so there's close combat. Alright, so now... let's see, wait, hold on, let me see something real quick. 137. Okay, so I think I made a mistake there. I shouldn't have used close combat, because now Berserker can technically use Bullet Punch to KO my Sneasler, which would be really bad. So I think I actually need a double swap here. Let's see, I think yeah. Yeah, because Bullet Punch does have priority, so it does technically see it as a fast KO. So I think I need a swap. I need to swap Sneasler so it doesn't die to Bullet Punch to Infernape. And then what would I swap? I think I could swap for Golisopod to get a free switch. Let me see. Yeah, because it's gonna potentially take both sides for damage from the Eradicate and the Berserker, so... yeah, I should probably swap to Golisopod to try to get a emergency exit. Yeah, so Sucker Punch and then Bullet Punch. Yeah, so yeah, it was gonna attack. So that's good. It's good that I did that. But now let's see. I think what I could do now is I could use Fake Out for one of these guys. Probably the... probably the Berserker, because then I can use First Impression to potentially KO the Eradicate here, and I'll prioritize. First Impression. Perfect, yeah. And then now I can just outspeed and one-shot Berserker with close combat. Or overheat. Probably overheat would be better. Yeah, so overheat, and then we can do a sucker punch. Alright, cool. A little bit of a misplay there, which isn't good. It's because I should have KO'd the Smeargle on my Sneasler with Poison Jab, so that I didn't get the defense drop, which made the Berserker see a KO early. But we were able to steer around it pretty well, so glad I brought the Golisopod as a backup. Alright, so let's go ahead and head back now. And look at the next fight. The next fight is not going to be nearly as difficult. So next fight here, Hex Maniac Leia. Yeah, this fight, I already kind of looked at it. I think I have a pretty easy line for it. Yeah, basically just lead Alakazam for the Hariyama. And then bait in Umbreon to emergency exit into Sneasler, and then just sweep from there. Yeah. Yeah, none of these guys have any priority moves. They don't have no focus sashes or anything, so yeah, this one looks pretty simple. So yeah, let's see, we just need Alakazam. And then we just need Golisopod and Sneasler. And then keep the Life Orb on Sneasler. So Life Orb. And then I just need a pre-damage. Umbreon could either go for Foul Play or Payback. So I would have to pre-damage to let's see, Golisopod's current HP is 215. So I have to pre-damage to 106 plus 21 from Payback. So 127 HP. And I'd always live a Foul Play crit if it went for it, so. Okay, so let's do that here. Pre-damage. 127. Alright, cool. that should be it. So... Let me just see the calcs here one more time. Yeah, this looks all good. Alright, so let's go head on over. Alright, so second fight up over here. Go ahead and save. Alright, and just triple check. Don't need an item, 127, life orb. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this here. Hex-Maniac Leia. Alright, so she leads a Hariyama that knows Fake Out, which normally you would use on the first turn, but my Alakazam has Inner Focus, preventing it from getting flinched. So it won't go for Fake Out, and I could just simply outspeed and one-shot with Psychic. So Hari goes down. This should always bring in Umbreon next. And then Umbreon here. It's got Curse, which is a little scary if it sets up. But right now it sees a guaranteed KO with mostly Payback, sometimes Foul Play. So I'm going to swap to Golisopod on either hits to proc Emergency Exit to bring in my Sneasler for free. Golisopod come in. So there's Payback. We get Emergency Exit. And we'll bring in Sneasler. And then from here, with a Life Orb, Sneasler just sweeps the rest of the team. We'll one-shot Umbreon with Close Combat. Umbreon goes down. This will just bait down the line, so next would be Bahium, which wants to use the move Meteor Beam. I think it has. Yeah, with a power, but we also just want outspeed and one shot with knockoff. Bahium goes down. This just leaves Belfox, which also gets one shot by knockoff. Alright, there we go. Another clean sweep for Sneasler. So pretty easy. So now this next trainer is the trainer called Pokemaniac Mark, which, as I show below, is where my furthest attempt died at. So finally getting to the point where if we beat this next trainer, this current run will be my new furthest attempt out of all the attempts that I've done for this game. So, I am very excited to get my revenge on this guy. I already kind of have a game plan. I just need to double check the calcs again. So let me pull up his fight here. Yeah, Pokemaniac Mark. In Mount Pyre. The guy who took me out last time with his frickin' Yanmega. Getting an Ancient Power Boost and 3 Bug Buzz Spadef drops on my Bastiodon at the time, which is 4 1-in-10s in a row. Some of the most terrible luck that I've ever experienced in a game. So, yeah, I definitely gotta upload that clip to my channel. But yeah, let's just take a quick look at the calcs here for this, because I think my game plan was to use Lycanroc on the lead Cramorant to one-shot with Rock Slide. And then Yanmega is the only thing that outspeeds. So I could pre-damage to bait a Bug Buzz kill, but then I could use a Celerock to out-prioritize and one-shot it. Which would then bait a random move from Rhydon or possibly Stealth Rock. Which I could go to Omastar. I'll always survive either hit. Which would then bait Close Combat from Hitmonlee. Which I could then just go to... Let's see, where's he at? Basculegion? Yeah, Basculegion or Dhelmise. Dhelmise would be good as slightly more... just a little bit more defense. Which would bait only knockoff. Which I could then... get a... emergency exit proc. Although an issue is that if the Rhydon does set up Stealth Rock, on the Lycanroc, then Golisopod would take a lot of damage when I swap it in. So I'd probably have to just go straight to probably Sneasler. Yeah, because Sneasler would take minimal damage from the Stealth Rocks and very minimal from knockoff. And then I could just outspeed one shot with Close Combat if Stealth Rocks were up. Yeah, I could also use really either of these guys. Yeah, because the problem with this guy with the Hitmonlee is that it has Unburden with a normal gym. So if you let it use Fake Out or Double Edge, it'll become faster than everything in your party, so... don't want that to happen. If I one-shot your Pokemon, you'll be pissed. Which Pokemon are you referring to? What's up, by the way? Well, thanks for dropping in. Hope you're having a good day today. Jesus or Jesus. Yeah, so I think either way, if Stealth Rocks does get up, it should be fine. The pre-damage, one-shot Cramorant, Bait Yanmega, one-shot with Accelerock, Bait, Rhydon, swap to Omastar, because I can't go anyone else because Rockhead, Rock Smash would deal too much damage. And then we bait Hitmonlee, CC into Delmise. Bait knockoff into Sneasler or Gliscor and one shot. Yeah, so this should be good. So let's see, let's get our guys here. Let's see, Accelerock. Bring him out. And we need... So we already got Omastar. And we could bring Gliscor. But we also need Delmise. And this should be all that I need. And then, oh, I do need a Citrus Berry for Omastar because I don't want to bait potentially knockoff from Hitmonlee. Because Head Smash or Earthquake would bring me below half. And if it goes for Stealth Rock or if Head Smash misses, Hitmonlee would still always go for close combat at full HP. Yeah, it would never be knockoff if I was still holding a Citrus Berry. Yeah, so that should be perfectly fine. Let me see something really quick. .2 minus 87.4 plus 25. Yeah. Okay, so I should actually pre-damage Omastar a little bit. So it always guarantees, because it could also fake out. But actually, no, that would be fine, because normal gem won't get procced if the move fails. So I don't think I need to worry about that. But I could, I mean, it doesn't hurt. I could prep for that, because if it were to happen, I would still be out of knockoff range. And I would always still live a max roll earthquake if I did. So yeah, I'll just for, you know, because I don't want to take any risks on this fight, given that it wiped me before. So yeah, I'll pre-damage Omastar to 194 HP. Yeah, so Citrus Berry. And then let's see, pre-damage 194. Alright, cool. And then we do need a, I think we need a Heartstone on Lycanroc, so Accelerock always one-shots the Yanmega. So let's get that. Let's see, Heartstone. And then we need to be at 111 HP to always bait Bug Buzz. So exactly half health here. Alright, good. Heartstone, Citrus. And then I don't need a Life Orb for Sneasler. Yeah, and that should be good. Go you, go you. Yeah. Yeah, so this should be good. Let's go ahead and do this and get our new PB. Alright. So let's head back up here. And there he is. Pokemaniac Mark. Finally back after a long time. Alright, so let's triple check one more time. 111 Heartstone. Citrus Berry, 194. No item, no item, no item. What's up in the chat, you guys? Thanks for popping in. Hope you guys are having a good day today. Yeah, there's no one there. There's a cat right there, though. It's one of my cats is chilling back there. Alright, so let's go ahead and save. Let me triple check. Ruxky, sorry to hear that you had a stressful day today. I hope that the day's over now, you'll be able to chill, be able to recoup a little bit. I hope that tomorrow will be less stressful for you. Let's see. So yeah, bait you. Yeah, so we should be good. Alright, let's go ahead and take on Mark here. Let's do this. Alright. Pokemaniac Mark. Got a bone to pick with this guy, because as I show below, this guy was the guy who ended my last Furthest attempt for this game. So I've come back to get revenge. Hopefully didn't miss anything. Runsky, this is a ROM hack of Pokemon Emeralds called Run&Bun. It includes all the current generation stuff, and it's currently considered the hardest ROM hack for any Pokemon game. And I'm doing a Nuzlocke challenge of it, where if any of my Pokemon faints, I can no longer use them. So a very particular, very hard challenge that only about 80 people have completed, so that's what I'm trying to do here. So to start off this Cramorant, simply my Lycanroc can outspeed in just one shot with Rock Slide. Oh, critical hit, good start. So Cramorant goes down. This should always bait in Yanmega. Perfect. And this was the little demon that it's sent me to the Shadow Realm before. So now, at this HP, Yanmega sees a guaranteed KO with Bug Buzz. However, I have the move Accelerock, which will out-prioritize and one-shot the Yanmega before it could even attack. So, down goes Yanmega. Feels very good. And then this will bring in Rhydon. So Rhydon sees a KO with either of its moves, either Head Smash or Earthquake. But on the first turn, even if it sees a slow KO, it can also potentially set up Stealth Rocks. All three of which, though, should be perfectly fine. I'm going to swap to my Omastar to take either attack or take a Stealth Rocks. Okay, so there's Earthquake. So we'll always live at just barely. Alright. And so I won't worry about dying to a crit because I have Shell Armor, so I can't get crit. And now I can outspeed and just one shot with Surf. Alright, perfect. And so now this is gonna bring in the Hitmonlee last. And this thing does have Fake Out with a normal gem and the ability Unburden, which if it uses its item, it'll double its speed, outspeeding everything in my team, which would be very bad. But right now, it sees that it can outspeed and one-shot my Omastar with only close combat. So it'll never go for Fake Out. So what I could do is I can just simply switch to one of my ghost types to be immune to those fighting type and normal type attacks. So close combat, perfect, doesn't affect. And now the only move that can affect my Delmice here is Knockoff. So it has to use that since it's the only move that's effective, which allows me to freely swap into my Sneasler, which can take Knockoff very well. Yep, so Knockoff. And then now Sneasler can just simply outspeed and one shot with close combat. All right. And there we go. It's after many, many hours and many reruns, we officially have a new PB. This is now currently my furthest ever attempt for this game. So, oh, feels good. I could finally update that on the stats here. So PB, current run. Perfect. So let me adjust that here. All right. Feels good. All right, so now we can just keep continuing on with the rest of this attempt here. I think I might do one more fight here. So let's see. Well, let me head back to the Pokemon Center first. All right. So let's fly back, heal up, and save. All right. So let's see the next fight. Let's see Psychic William. Looks like a pretty easy team. So why don't we just take a look at this one? This will be probably my last fight for tonight. So let's see, it leads Runarigus with Wandering Spirit as its ability. Let's see, let me double check what that did again. Yeah, Wandering Spirit swaps abilities with opponents on contact. Oh yeah, so it's very similar to, was it Mummy? So as long as I don't use a contact move, I'll be perfectly fine. Let's see, I can one shot with Leaf Storm. Which would, see, that would guarantee Psychic KO on Executor after the special attack drop. Which means Executor would never go for Psychic or Leech Seed. So I could just swap to something like maybe Hydreigon? Finally get his chance to shine. Yeah, outspeed, because I can outspeed one shot with Black Glasses boosted Dark Pulse. This would bait yeah, a slow KO from Blizzard or potentially Mirror Coat, I think. Let's see, what did Barrier do? Is that like it's not like counter. Let's see, Barrier. Barrier raises the user's defense by 2 stages. Oh, okay. So it's basically like a iron defense. But it would see a KO on my Hydreigon, so it wouldn't go for it. Which means I could swap to like Arcanine, which can easily take a Blizzard. It has Snow Cloak, but there's no Hail set up. Let me see. Yeah, it only raises evasion if there's a Hailstorm, so... and Hailstorm won't be set up here. So I could just swap to Arcanine KO with Flare Blitz, which would bait a guaranteed Scald from Tentacruel. Which I could then just swap to Alakazam to one-shot with Psychic. Yeah, I think this is this seems pretty straightforward. So yeah, so Lee Storm, one-shot Runerigus, bait Psychic KO from Executor into Hydreigon, one-shot with Dark Pulse. Bait Blizzard KO from Glaceon. Swap to Arcanine, one-shot with Flare Blitz. Bait Scald KO from Tentacruel. Swap to Alakazam for a one-shot. Yeah, pretty straightforward. So let's go ahead and set that up here. So, Roserade, Hydreigon, finally getting his chance to shine. Or her chance, I should say. Arcanine. And... where's it at? Alakazam. And that should be good. And then I just need Black Glasses for Hydreigon, Twisted Spoon for Zam, and Asperberry for Arcanine in case of freeze. And that should be it. So let me just triple check one more time. And then I think I just need a it's pre-damage Hydreigon by just 1 HP. Just so that it is an actual guarantee KO from Blizzard. So 230. Yeah. That's in case if it sees the lowest roll possible and decides to go for something else. Which I think it wouldn't anyways, but there's no point in not going for it. Alright, so here we go. You, go you. Bait you, go you, KO. Bait you, go you, and KO. Yeah, this looks good. Let's go ahead and do this. This will be my last fight for tonight, and then we'll call it there for next time. Alright, so get to go up another floor. Just triple check. Black glasses, Asper, Twisted Spoon. You can just save right here in case I get bombarded. Okay, so there he is. What's his face? Psychic William. Let's check the calc one more time in case I missed anything. Yeah, no, we should be good. Let's go and do this here. Psychic William. Alright, so he leads Runarigus, which is holding a Custap Berry and has Destiny Bond with Toxic Spikes and all that. And has Wandering Spirit as its ability, which if you hit it with a contact move, it'll swap abilities. But Leaf Storm is not a contact move and just simply one-shots the Runarigus here. Alright, so Runarigus goes down. And because of the special attack drop, this should always bait an Executor next. Perfect. An Executor here has Leech Seed and Substitute, which is annoying, but it sees a guaranteed KO with Psychic. So it'll always go for that, which we can just perfectly swap into our Hydreigon, which won't be affected. Yeah, so there's Psychic. And we just simply outspeed and one-shot with Black Glasses, Dark Pulse. So Executor goes down, this will always bait in Glaceon. And Glaceon sees a guaranteed KO with only Blizzard. So I will swap to my Arcanine to take Blizzard very well. Oh, and it missed. Perfect, so Arcanine could just simply outspeed one shot with Flare Blitz. Glaceon goes down. This just leaves a Tentacruel, which shows a guaranteed KO with Scald, which we can just take with our Alakazam. Alakazam can outspeed and one-shot with Psychic. Boom. Super easy. Alright. So I think that's a good place to pause for now. Oh, I can't use the escape rope here? Oh, that's interesting. Anyways. Alright. Let's go fly back and save. Alrighty. So I'm gonna go ahead and end things there. We'll pick up where we left off in my next stream, but appreciate anyone who tuned in. Hope everyone has a great rest of their day, and I will see everyone in my next stream.